What was ruined because not enough people were doing it? A lot of online games. Some games do not work without a large community. Internet privacy. Paintball. Airsoft was just sort of a last gasp before those type of sports just died. Yes, people still play, but the interest just isn't there, and I believe people just grow out of it. North America's passenger rail system. Neanderthals. RT's games. Storming Area 51. Not enough people were Naruto running. Taking care of the earth. Fetch. Maybe Flash games. Hands Across America. So many great games died simply because they didn't had enough players. My Birthday Party. Asterisk Sniffles. Early electric cars, i.e. EV1 in 1997. The quality of mainstream video games has gone down the toilet because people refuse to stop buying. Microtransactions and blindly pre-ordering games that a toddler can tell are going to be terrible. Segways. What? I'm not ashamed. Windows Phone. Multiplayer games. Titanfall 2. Saving the Indo-Chinese tiger. Any alternative to Facebook? Woozy face. Watching Firefly. Titanfall 2 sad face. Labor unions. Morality. Anonymity on the internet brought out the worst in people. They didn't change. It just helped them become who they truly were. Some douchebag behind a screen. Learn to be kind. Orgies. Buying sedans. Getting an education. Buying locally, from small business. Forests and wildlife. Forest and wildlife conservation. Manners. Protecting against COVID. Voting. Disco dancing. Yesterday's gangbang. The NCDLT. Following the mask mandate and social distancing. For sure, people seem to only want to remember freedom, but will do everything in their power to ignore responsibility. Nuclear deproliferation. Quarantine. Jazz became thought of as a niche music for science teachers and the mentally ill. A rich genre though, with all kinds of colors and moods. Interpersonal communication. Orgy. My sex life! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Lego universe. Most social movements. Hopefully not the COVID vaccine. Grimace. Pandemic 2020 face masks. Voting for Bernie Sanders. Leaving me alone. Herd immunity. Wearing masks. Freedom. Freedom was ruined in some countries. A lot of people bark on internet but doesn't have balls to stand up and defend himself and others. Wearing a mask and practicing social distancing. Any failed riot, protest. Voting. My sex life. Motions to America's pandemic response. The floss. We're not seeing enough movement. Sex with me. Common decency and manners. COVID lockdown. Storm Area 51. Come on, I wanted some good entertainment. Electric cars in 1890s. Being civil. Being a good human. Paying taxes. Titanfall 2. Being decent human being. 0.15 days to slow the spread. Orgies. Voting, shortly. Midi Sea Restaurant. Best pizza in North America. RIP. Social distancing. Sorting the recycling. Now we don't have recycling. Good manners. My sex life. Being nice to one another. Life is hard enough, but sometimes something as simple as just being nice feels like a lost art. COVID lockdowns. Phones with QWERTY keyboards. Xperia Mini Pro is the phone I like the most. Invading Area 51. Esperanto. COVID Safe App. COVID-19 herd immunity from vaccination. Saving the planet. Titanfall 2. Climate change. Kung Fu fighting. Oh wait. The US COVID response all 2020. Democracy. Voting wisely. My sex life. A lot of my post submissions on Ask Reddit. Decency. Thinking. Everything that was not ruined because too many people were doing it. There is no middle ground. Evolve. World peace. Environmentalism. Pandemic response worth shit. Looking at you. Donnie. Almost anything that wasn't ruined because too many people were doing it. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.